Hello, Scandal Gladiators. Sorry I've been away for a while. Homework getting the best of me, and I just been so busy. I have not been able to make a Scandal review since episode 14. So let's get into it. This episode, I guess I'm gonna call it Kiss Bang. Mama Said Knock the Fluffer with Flesh and Blood. So let's get into this episode. This is Scandal Season 3, episode 14, 15, 16, and 17. So, Jake killed James. I did not expect that. I wanted it to be David. David really should not have. James should not have been killed. It should have been David. He always biting off more than he can chew. And I feel like he was a bigger threat than James. I feel like he would have finally got his senses and stopped trying to mess up Cyrus. But anyway, he got killed. So sad. So sad. Anyway, the way that Jay killed him, and then at the end, he was like, I'm sorry, I had to make it look messy. I had to make it look like an amateur did it. Your daughter will be taken care of. I'm going to stay here with you till you die. It's going to be painful. But, just know that you're not going to die alone. And I thought that was kind of crazy. I'm like, Jake, really? And it was so sad. He was like, Ella. He was like, don't worry, your daughter's going to be taken care of. And I was just like, how did he know that? Maybe he just giving him peace of mind. Anyway, Cyrus, he wants to go on like nothing happened. He wants to just work and work and work. And the little assistant guy was breaking down, crying. I just talked to him yesterday. Oh my God. And then he was just looking like, wow, why is he so... But Cyrus, he's just like, I want to work, I don't want to eat, or I'm not eating, but I need to work and get my mind off of what happened to my husband. And then we get to see flashbacks of James and Cyrus, and when he had his beard, he was coming over to Cyrus talking about he needed a quote for an interview or some mess. That's when they first meet, and he's on the bus, and he was just like, why, you're gay. Why aren't you talking more about gay politics? Now that you're running, for Fitz in this election. He just whispered, I'm not gay. He was just like, then why are you whispering? If you're not gay, why are you whispering? And then, in the end, they end up making out. He was just like, I'm attracted to you. I like you. I want to be with you. They make out, and that's how they end up together. And he, of course, explains it to Fitz by saying, having a relationship. And Fitz is just like, okay, is there anything I need to know about it? He was just like, no. He was just like, I'm dating a journalist. She was like, oh, good. And then when he's getting ready to leave, Fitz was like, are you in love, Cyrus? He goes, yes, I am, sir. They make me very happy. He didn't tell it wasn't, man. I'm kind of glad he didn't have to issue all his business out, because it really doesn't matter. And then that's what Tony said. As long as you're in love, that's all that matters. But during the inauguration ball, he stood James up. He was like, I bought a tux, and you trying to act like I'm this dirty little secret. I'm your boyfriend. You're standing me up. But at the end of the episode, he grabbed him and ended up dancing with him at the bar. Didn't care what anybody thought. And I love that episode. I love that scene. Papa Pope gives another Emmy-winning monologue to Olivia, because she's so distraught about what happened with James, and she found out Jake had something to do with it. He was just like, look, when you're command, you're the hands of God. You have to kill somebody, whether you want to or not. You hold their lives in your hands. You're responsible for everybody. I'm responsible for killing 138 people. That's how many people I'm responsible for killing, not how many people I've actually killed. You have to kill them, because if you don't, somebody else will. And she was just like, what's the point? He was like, the point is everybody is worth saving, no matter how evil they may be, how rotten they may be. He said, I know who their family members are, if they will be missed, if they had kids. He said, I know, and I always struggle with whoever I had to kill. I always struggle with it. He said, everybody is worth saving. She said, that's the point. Everybody, when you have to drag somebody into the light, everybody is worth dragging into the light. He said, that's the point, or at least that's the point I like to think. That's the point of you. And, he was just giving another mind. He was just like, can I go now? She was just like, yes, you can go. And then she just breaks down, start crying. And yeah, that's what happens with that. Quinn and the Hug have this moment. He finds out Quinn was the one who went in the safe, got all the information, brought it to Jake. He was like, you know, he came there and he buffed her up a little bit. She spit in his face, and he got turned on by it. I said, oh my God, it's about to be another torture session. But he ended up kissing her. They ended up making out. And then she said, are you here going to kill me? And she said, if you're not, then get the hell out of my apartment. And he left. And I was just like, wow. Millie and Andrew finally get it on. So happy that happened. Now, Mama Said Knock You Out. Now, this was a crazy episode. I loved everything about it. We finally get to see the children, Jerry and Karen. And let me just say, they could have found better looking children, but sometimes when you're casting, you have to go for who can act the best, not who looks the best. And I guess that's what they did with Jerry and Karen. They come here, we finally get to see them. They don't look anything like Fitz or Millie. They're coming to the White House for this interview. They want to see the family, and you know, him and his kids really don't get along. He knows nothing about his kids, really. You know, Melly was just trying to tell him, you know, Karen is doing this, blah blah blah. Jerry's into this because he has no idea. She was just, and they just seem like they're just trying their best to seem like they're really into their children and say, oh, I heard you were a vegan, I bought you a salad, oh, you know, and they really just seem like they don't know them at all. They don't have a good relationship. And you know, the kids don't really respect Fitz because, you know, he cheated and it's all over the news, and I'm sure people talk about it at school. And Jerry has a website where he disses Fitz and endorses Reston, and Fitz finds out about this. He's like, I don't know what's going on with you, but you better get right. You know, I'm your father, I'm the president, I messed up, but I'm your father. You will not be representing Reston on my watch. And Olivia suspects that Melly and Andrew have something going on, and she basically tells Andrew to stay away from Melly. And Andrew replies with glass houses, Olivia, glass houses. And I'm just like, see, Olivia, you kind of having some contradictions and a little bit of a hypocrite, because you know, you're trying to be the fixer alone, but you're not just the fixer, you're the mistress as well, and you're trying to do both, and it's not really working. Pick one or the other. And you know, that was her problem this episode for me. Karen, oh my goodness, Olivia and Andrew are getting it on. He puts his hand in her little cookie jar and just like, do you like it like this? She was like, oh, or do you like it like this? She was just like, both. And they start getting all hot and heavy. And Karen ends up walking in on them. She ends up walking in and she's just like, oh my God, you. And Olivia sees it too. She's like, oh my God, Karen. And she's just hysterical. She's just like, get out of my room, I'm going back to school, get out. I saw you with Uncle Andrew, I can't believe you. I thought this whole time it was Dad and it's you. You're the one who's sleeping around. I can't believe you. Get out. And she was just looking like, oh my God, what do I do? I'm thinking, Melly, that's your daughter and you did mess up. She did see you on your knees, like she said. But that's your daughter. You could still put her in her place and tell her, I'm your mother, respect me. You know, be talking to me any kind of way, even though you did see me on my knees with Uncle Andrew. Anyway, you know, they're getting ready for this interview or whatever, and Fitz is just like, you know, get ready, and they just like, we don't want to do it. She's like, you know, you don't pull a stunt like this 5 minutes before the interview. You must do it, and you know, if you want to do it for me, do it for respect of your mother. And Karen was like, why? She doesn't have any respect for you. She's doing it with Uncle Andrew. I saw her. The look on Fitz's face was like, what? He looked like somebody just... He looked like he just got killed, or somebody tried to kill him. Somebody just shot a bullet and it missed him. I mean, he just looked so mortified. Then he goes and he's just running, trying to find Andrew, trying to find out what the hell is going on. And Olivia, oh, Fitz, wait, don't, Fitz. And I'm thinking, Olivia, stay out of it. Stay out of it. You're not just a fixer. You're the fixer / mistress. So please. And he finds him, knocks him out, and he just goes in his room, and Millie goes in with him, and Olivia's just like, you need to leave town right now. If somebody asks you and you went golfing, blah blah blah, just run with it. I need to handle this. So she's just listening, and Millie and Fitz are having this moment where he's talking about how he can't believe she's sleeping with Andrew, how 10 years she pushed him away, how she said she wasn't a sexual person after Jerry was born, and how he would have never strayed if it wasn't for that, how he feels so betrayed, and she basically goes, I'm sorry. He goes, were you sleeping with him then? Were you sleeping with him then? Is that why you didn't want me? She goes, no, I wasn't sleeping with him then. She was like, are you sleeping with him now? She was just like, yes. She was like, how dare you do this to me? She was like, don't try to play the victim. He goes, 10 years you pushed me away, and I would have never strayed if it wasn't for you pushing me away. And I'm thinking, Fitz, please. You and Olivia passed with a cross, you would have still slept with her. So don't sit up here and try to put it off on Melly. She was this close to 10. She was like, you don't know how much I have sacrificed. I have sacrificed. She's like, what have you sacrificed? I have sacrificed everything I've done. And what have you sacrificed? And Olivia just comes in and goes, Fitz, we need to go. What have you sacrificed? Fitz, we need to go. What? Speak to me. What have you sacrificed? Fitz, you was like, I am talking to my wife. And then Olivia, trying to be the fixer, but took it like the mistress and was just like, oh, I see. And she walks off, got her feelings hurt. And Fitz was just like, I'm sorry, Olivia. I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. But see, as the mistress slash fixer, she should have stayed out. Just listen, then butt in. But if she was just the fixer, she had every right to butt in. But because she the mistress, she should have just stayed out, stayed in her lane, and not came in and trying to get in between Fitz and Olivia. Because, she is the wife, and that was a moment that they were trying to have between them two, and you come barging in. And not only that, but I was ready for Millie to tell the truth. Say it. Jerry raped me. That's why I couldn't let you touch me. And Jerry might be his son. Please, somebody, please. Finally say it. Mama Pope called Olivia and said, you're nothing but the help, darling. You help fix those problems. That's all they have you there for. You're the help. And she, her and Fitz are having a conversation. He's trying to apologize. And she's just like, well, I am at work. This is my job. I am at work. I am at work. And she was just like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm at work. This is my job. This is all it is. This is my job. And, that's how it ends. Mama said knock you out. I think I'm gonna do the other episodes on another part. Anyway, hope you like this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs it up. Please share it on Facebook, Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's my links will be at the bottom in the more info box. Follow me on Twitter at O's Midnight Love, and that's OS_midnight_LUV. Also follow me on Instagram at DrinkMeUp21, and I'll see you in the next part. Peace out.